Hey guys, what's going on? So today I have a news story that will kind of probably make me a little mad, a little bit madder than I usually do. So I just wanted to point that out before we start. So this, it really pisses me off that Rockstar did this, but they are saying that the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for Android and Windows Phone will be coming out next week. So that wouldn't be such a problem had they not released the iOS version before any of the other operating systems. And here's why it doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna just look at the Android versus iPhone market shares. Now I'm just gonna talk about the iPhone first versus all the Android phones. So the iPhone worldwide has 13% of the smartphone market share, and Android has a whopping 80% of the smartphone market share. Moving on to tablets, the iPad just slipped under 30% of the market share worldwide, and Android is again dominating at above 60% of the market share for just tablets. So, now we're going to look at, so people are saying, we're probably going to come out and say, oh, because Android users pirate stuff and all this other crap. So now we're going to talk about jailbreakers, people who mod their phone. It's kind of like, it's basically rooting, what you can do with an Android phone. I mean, a lot of people know what jailbreaking is, but rooting and jailbreaking are basically the same things with different titles. So people can jailbreak their phone and they can get, or iDevice, and they can get free apps. So now, an iOS 7 jailbreak isn't out yet, but of course not everybody has iOS 7, and a large amount of users really don't. I mean, there's a lot that do, of course. So, let's look at the iOS 6.1.3 jailbreak, I think it was. I forget. Maybe just iOS 6. I don't remember. So, they released the evaders. They came out and released the evasion jailbreak tool to jailbreak iPhones, iPods, and iPads. In just a weekend, 75%, or more than, I think a little bit more than 75% of all the iDevices were jailbroken. That one weekend. Now you're going to say, not everybody pirates stuff on iOS. And you know what? That's right. And I can say the same for Android. You know what? Android is so easily open to pirating that, I mean, anybody can do it. But not all of them do it. Same for jailbreakers, not all of them do it. But now we'll break it down into, so say 50% of the market share went to iOS and 50% went to Android. Then, if you looked at it, this is a true fact that there would be more iOS jailbreakers or more iOS pirating than there would be Android pirating. There is, if you look at it as a ratio, there is more pirating on iOS than there is Android. Now, we're going to look at the Google Play Store and the App Store. So, the revenue, which is how much money they're making off of each purchase, or total money off of the app. So, the Google Play Store, the Google Play Store, for the money they earn, just came by and crushed every single smartphone marketplace. And if you were to go publish an app for 99 cents on the App Store and publish a 99-cent app on the Google Play Store, you would make a hell of a lot more money on the Play Store than you would the App Store. So Rockstar is just really shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, you're just going to say, oh, it's just a week. But you know what? I'm expecting it. I was expecting a few days ago when I made that video saying that it'd be coming out tomorrow. Well, it's not. I mean, it's already out on iOS. And it was at this midnight launch that they already planned to come out before every other operating system on iOS. Now, what I want to know is, is Apple paying these people to do this? I mean, there is no reason in hell for them to do this. It just doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. I mean, Rockstar is a good company. I like Rockstar, but they're doing some stupid stuff right now. Some of their decisions are Just so stupid, it doesn't make sense. When it comes to this right now, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is coming out on iOS a week before the other operating systems. It doesn't make it. It's ridiculous, and people are probably going to come out and say, "Oh well, it's because all these other Android phones. There's 80 different Android phones. It's more than that, but all these different Android phones that they have to make sure it's optimized for it." So then I'd come back and say, "Why isn't it on Windows Phone? Why is it not on the BlackBerry yet?" They said it's coming out for Windows Phone and BlackBerry and Windows Phone just they don't have that many devices. I mean, Windows Phone has quite a few, but BlackBerry doesn't. Why wasn't it out on BlackBerry yet? There is no justified reason why they put it on iOS first. It's ridiculous, and I'm gonna keep going on. Some of the different reasons, like Rockstar. When it came to the Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC, PS4, and Xbox One, just announce it. If you're gonna do it, just announce it. I mean, if you're not gonna do it, announce that too. I don't. You know what? At least we would know. Now everybody's expecting it, but why can't they just come out and do it? Just say it's coming out. Summer of 2014. Why don't they just? It. They're just holding all this stuff back. And I always liked Rockstar as a company. I like their games. They have good support, and I just like the company. I guess that's the only two reasons, I guess. But compared to other game developers, Rockstar was probably one of my favorite. Now when it comes to what they're doing with Grand Theft Auto 4, this is a while ago, but they quit supporting Grand Theft Auto 4, and they're not announcing any new versions of Grand Theft Auto 5. San Andreas coming out on iOS first. I mean, all of this stuff is making me really think about if I should even get any of their new games. If they make a new Grand Theft Auto 5 for PC, you know what? I'm gonna be excited, and I probably am just gonna go out and get it. But I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna really want to go out and give my money to Rockstar for just the lousy decisions they've been making lately, and I'm just sick of it. Honestly, I mean, I don't know. They were just one of my favorite companies for gaming, and now they're just. I don't even think about Rockstar anymore. I just don't care. They're just a company that screwed up. They were great once and screwed up, and that was it for them. So I don't know. I'm just confused. And what else I'm worried about is they're going to come out and make a lousy port from the iOS version to the Android version. They did this with Grand Theft Auto 4 on the PC, where they take the PS3 version and just give us lousy port, $5 port over to the PC, and it sucked. Now, if you have a crazy PC that can run it on full settings, 60 frames a second, that's the only problem is you need a crazy PC to do it. Well, you don't need a crazy PC much anymore. You just need an average gaming PC. But the optimization just sucked, and that's what I'm afraid they're going to do with Android as well. The optimization is going to suck. You get, a medium spec phone, and I'm gonna bet money on it. I'm not gonna really bet money on it, but I'm just gonna bet that it's just not gonna run well, and that it's a 2003 game. A 2003 game that, mobile should be able to run no problem with some good optimization. Mobile should have no problem. I think Rockstar's just going to screw it up. They're going to do another $5 port, and they're just going to shoot themselves in the foot. They're not looking good right now. How they're looking is just ridiculous, and I would hate to be working at Rockstar knowing that just thinking about the future of Rockstar, and they're still making money. I'm not saying they're going to go out anytime soon. Grand Theft Auto 5 sold like crazy. It sold overnight. It sold like it was either 1 million or 1 billion. I think it was a billion copies like overnight or in 24 hours. And that's, you know what, that's great and all, but the game sucks. As in, the consoles that it's running on are outdated and can't run it right. The game is great, the consoles that run it just don't have the power to do it. And they need to make another port. And they should have had another port ready for the new consoles as soon as they came out. And as soon as they launched it on the consoles, made a PC version. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm 15, and I'm coming up with decisions that are better than the decisions that they're making over at Rockstar. Now, there's probably some flaws in some of the ideas, of course, that I'm coming up with that they think about deeper, but especially with the San Andreas on iOS first, that is definitely just the stupidest thing, and the only reason they could have done that, honestly, like I said earlier, is if, you know what, Apple's probably paying them, it probably pays a lot of people to put that on the App Store first and make the other people, all the other operating systems look bad. And it's, you know what, I mean, I'm not saying it's just Apple, well, I mean, it kind of is, but you know what, Microsoft does this too, Google kind of does it, Google's kind of whatever, they don't really care, they're beating the crap out of all of the other ones right now, so they don't have much to worry about. But this is the way these companies are now, is they just are. I mean, Apple. I mean, this is what I would expect, honestly. But if Apple is actually paying them, but this is the way some companies treat each other now is ridiculous, especially Microsoft. So, anyway, guys, I want to know what your thoughts are on this. If this kind of angered you that Rockstar would go ahead and do this just stupid decision, or if that's okay with you, I want to know what your thoughts are. So leave a comment down below saying what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.